Hey everybody, let's do this flat vascular model again. This time we are going to do the veins. So we do see some red pulmonary veins in the lungs. Of course, they're taking blood back to the left atrium. Let's jump down to the hand here. I'm going to see a digital vein in my hand. I'm going to see a superficial palmar venous arch. And then on the lateral side of my wrist and my forearm, I see my cephalic vein. Cephalic vein goes all the way up until it empties into the axillary vein. On the medial side of the wrist and forearm, I see a basilic vein coming up like that. I do see my median cubital vein connecting my cephalic and my basilic. So there's that median cubital vein. My basilic vein keeps going up as well. My basilic vein unites with my brachial vein, which is a deep vein right there. So it's been cut because it went deep. Brachial, basilic, those two combine to give me my axillary vein, which is going to then get my cephalic vein. Axillary vein keeps going and becomes the subclavian vein. Subclavian vein unites with the internal jugular vein. And on the right-hand side here, we get a very short brachiocephalic vein. On the left-hand side, I have a longer brachiocephalic vein, and I've got my internal jugular vein on that side and my subclavian vein on that side too. All right, fantastic. So my superior vena cava, of course, going into my right atrium. If I jump down to the foot, there's my dorsal venous arch right there. And I see my lovely great saphenous vein. So the great saphenous vein running all the way up the inside of the leg, the inside of the thigh, all the way up. The femoral vein has been cut, there we go, on this model here. But once the femoral vein receives the great saphenous vein, we get our external iliac vein right there, coming up. There's our little internal iliac vein. Those two guys combine, and we got our common iliac vein. Two common iliac veins unite to make my inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava is going to get my two renal veins. If I go up a little more, I do see my superior mesenteric vein, which is coming from the small intestine. I see my splenic vein coming from the spleen. Those two guys, along with vessels from the stomach and the large intestine, are taking blood to the liver so the liver can process the nutrients and deal with whatever is in that blood. The liver is drained by the hepatic vein. I see a hepatic vein here. I see another one here. And of course, the inferior vena cava would continue up onward to the right atrium. So that, folks, is the veins for this flat vascular model. All right.